Mike Vrabel first name is Michael. Her firstborn son, she named him Michael. I mean, what are we talking about? Dianna walked out of me. She said, I'm all yours tonight. And then I got on the phone and said, baby, I'm all right. Then I walked out the door and I took the key. She said, he's not coming back because he's sleeping with me. Dirty Dianna. No. He took the team to a Super Bowl last year. He's not getting fired. So people that keep saying that he should get fired, get that out your head. He's not getting fired, okay?
What was more distracting? Stefon Diggs holding a bag of pink cocaine or you banging an NFL insider?
Nieces and nephews, welcome to Auntie Faye Breaks the Huddle. All right, y'all, we're gonna get right into this video, honey. This whole Dianna, Russini, Mike Vrabel situation is getting messy and messy and messy. It is getting like too much. At this point, I feel bad for the wife of Mike Vrabel and the husband of Dianna Russini. I do not feel bad for Mike or Dianna whatsoever, okay? So as you guys know, maybe like 2 weeks ago, maybe that, I think it's been like 2 weeks, a photo came out of Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel together at a resort, right? They both came out and said they were there with friends, blah, blah, blah. It was a whole bunch of them. Clearly that was a lie. We're investigating this situation, right? So the Atlantic came out and said that we believe in Dianna. We know that it was a girl trip, blah, blah, blah. Something must have happened, okay? We already know what happened. Dianna clearly lied because she couldn't show any photos of her and her friends at the resort. None of them could have shown that it was a group event, and you lied. So instead of them firing her, she decided to resign before everything came out. Now, I feel like they know what was coming out. They already know, okay? So we're getting right into this hot mess, okay? Because it is getting ready. Now, I've already made a video on this probably like when it first went down. So you guys need to go check you guys should go check that out. It'll be somewhere in the link below. Now, I'm just thinking that I thought a fan took this photo. Oh no, honey. This is no fan taking this photo and selling this photo to TMZ. This looked like a private detective. I think either Dianna Russini's husband or Mike Vrabel's wife hired someone to see if their spouse was cheating. And baby, this is getting out of control. Anyway, so Dianna Russini actually resigned. And then Mike Vrabel comes out to say that he basically spoke to his family. He spoke to, he doesn't mention Dianna. He said he spoke to his family. He spoke to the players. This is a sensitive topic, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So we're going to listen to that. Honey, this is, ooh, baby, they are messy, aren't they? Just messy, honey.
Let me first begin by saying thank you. Thank you for your patience that you've shown in a personal and private matter for me and obviously everybody involved. I know that that's not easy for you, and I respect that, and I appreciate your efforts in doing so. I understand I could have addressed you guys sooner, but it was important to me to have a conversation with the players, which I did yesterday, very candidly, as we began our off-season program, which everyone is excited to be a part of. Stacy had mentioned the players' availability, and it was never my intention to have them speak to you or address you before I did. And so I asked him to come today and to talk with you. I also don't want to take away from our, the draft, the weekend of the draft. This is an important time for us, our organization, and the excitement and the joy that those players are going to have that we bring onto our football team. They're starting an amazing journey, one that should be celebrated as we welcome them onto our team. With that being said, I've had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, with my family, the organization, the coaches, the players. Those have been positive and productive. We believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me, that starts with me. We never want our actions to negatively affect the team. We never want to be the cause of a distraction. And what I Those are comments and questions that I've answered for the team and with the team. We'll keep those private and to ourselves. Care deeply about this football team and excited to coach them. I also know that I'm going to attack each day with humility and focus. And what I can promise you is that my family, this organization, the team, the staff, the coaches, everybody, our fans, most importantly, will get the best version of me going forward. And that's what I know, and I'm excited to do that. But I wanted to just address this and thank you for your patience in dealing with the private and personal matters.
Okay, y'all. So he basically said a whole bunch of nothing. He basically said a whole bunch of nothing, okay? Now, I don't know who is holding on to all of this tea, all right? So Mike Vrabel says a whole bunch of nothing, okay? He doesn't mention Dianna Russini, of course. I mean, she's out. Like, no one is talking about her. I mean, they are, but I think that Mike Vrabel is getting a lot of the shit right now because people feel like, oh, he should get fired. He should whatever. Ladies, no one is going to fire Mike Vrabel. Cheating on your wife is not going to get him fired. Sorry to say. He took the team to a Super Bowl last year. He's not getting fired. So people that keep saying that he should get fired, get that out your head. He's not getting fired, okay? He's not. It's not going to happen. Okay, he's going to continue on. He's going to continue to coach because on his first year with the Patriots, they made it to the Super Bowl. All right, so get that out of your head. Mike Vrabel is not going anymore. Now we're going to listen to Speak Easy. Now y'all know I don't really care for Speak Easy, but he has something to say right quick. And basically, he was saying how Mike Vrabel threw Dianna Russini under the bus. Okay, because it's coming out that Mike Vrabel is going to go to counseling. Okay, mind you, all of this came out like just a few days ago. Like he had this press conference a few days ago, right? So I'm going to show you guys what Emmanuel Acho has to say, and then we're going to go into like the bullshit that just happened. Like breaking news, bullshit just happened. Oh my God, this is getting so messy. Ooh, honey, they are doing too much.
Vrabel handled it as well as he could handle it, but in handling it as well as he could handle it, of course, he threw Dianna Russini under the bus. Here's what he did. First and foremost, address it with the team, then address it with your family, then address the media, did all that well. He addressed it with the team the day before, and it didn't leak, which means he did it incredibly well. But it's the moment he said, I've had some difficult conversations with people I care about, that implies that Dianna Russini wasn't just on a girls trip. Like, that's the implication. Because if Dianna Russini was just on a girls trip and Mike Vrabel, you were just at the hotel and y'all just happened to run into each other, coincidentally, what's the difficult conversation? If Dianna was on a girls trip and you were at this hotel and your family knew you were at this hotel, there quite literally is no difficult conversation to be had. There's not even a conversation to be had. Wife, you knew where I was. Russini was on a girls trip. She just showed up. It's all love. It's all Gucci. The only reason you have to have a difficult conversation is if what Dianna Russini has said and reported and suggested didn't actually occur. So to me, I love how Mike Vrabel handled it because he's handled it about as seamlessly as you can. He said as little as possible and no less. As little as possible. He ain't said much. He said as little as possible and no less. For 3 minutes, he went out there and gave a statement and really didn't say much of anything. But that one sentence, I've had to have difficult conversations with people I care about, my family, that tells you everything you need. Man.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's over. I'm thinking the tea is over. I'm thinking that's it. You know what I mean? He had his speech, whatever. It's a lot of people coming out here to call his ass out on a lot of things, okay? Why did it just come out? I'm finna show y'all. Baby, there must have been a private detective watching them for a while. Because why did more photos come out? Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel having lunch. Like, this is Dianna and this is Mike right here, and they're having lunch somewhere outside. Like, and she kind of looks at like inside, but someone is hiding and taking these photos, y'all. This is just not like your regular person. Hold on, it gets worse. Okay, this photo just like this photo came out and I was like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever to the photo, right? But then this came out. Baby, let me see y'all this photo right quick. Baby, what? Baby, this is Mike Vrabel clearly. Look at the ring on his finger with Dianna Russini. Look at them right here, and he gets up and get in for a kiss. But guess when this photo was taken? You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe when this photo was taken. Okay? This photo was taken, hold on, y'all. Dianna Russini and married Mike Vrabel caught kissing at New York City bar in bombshell new photo taken 6 years ago. 6 years ago. You were cheating on your wife for 6 years. Dianna Russini, I don't know how long you were married. I don't know if she's been married 5 years, but whatever. But baby, what? What? 6 years? I'm thinking they just had a quick fling. That's what, in my head, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, oh, it's a quick fling. 6 years. Do y'all hear me? 6 years. Hold on, y'all. Oh, page 6 is just messy, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at page 6. Look at Mike Vrabel, hand on the thigh. They're at a bar. And you know what is crazy? It's almost, this is before he was even at the Patriots. Matter of fact, 6 years ago, I think he was at the Titans 6 years ago. I think he was head coaching over there. That's crazy, y'all. Look at him at the bar open. Like, who is, for these photos, first of y'all, getting up for a kiss. This photo right here is so clear. So clear. Are you kidding me? I don't know if she was married then. You guys can look, let me know. I don't know if she's been married for that long. I could have sworn she said maybe 5 years. I don't know. But y'all, this is messy. This is absolutely messy. Hold on, y'all. It gets worse. It gets worse. When I tell you it gets worse, okay? Because everybody is doing the math. That's the thing all about the internet, right? The internet, people are going to do the math. People are going to come with shit. People are going to push it together, okay? So Dianna Russini, an NFL insider and reporter, has 2 sons. Okay, she has 2 sons. Remember, she has 2 sons with her husband, Kevin, right? Their first son, mind you, she has been cheating with Mike Vrabel since before she got pregnant. Mike Vrabel, first name is Michael. Her firstborn son, she named him Michael. I mean, what are we talking about? She named him Michael, y'all. Michael Andrew was born in August 2021. Oh, so she was married when they were cheating. I'm over here thinking that they weren't together, but I guess they were. And their second son, Joseph Joey Kevin, was born October 2022. Y'all have had the 6 year, y'all been cheating with each other since 2020. Y'all have had this 6-year long affair. Baby, if I was Kevin, I'm going to have a DNA test. I need to have a DNA test because now I don't know if those kids are mine. I need to know for sure. And once again, we don't know. First of all, I don't understand why now these pictures are coming up. Somebody is holding on to these pictures and they are just dropping them one by one. And listen, there's nothing like a scorned woman. I feel like it's a scorned woman. I mean, a lot of people say it could be the husband. It could be a Dianna Russini husband that's been holding on to these shits because she has been like bashing her husband this whole time. But for me, there is nothing like a scorned woman. And y'all, look what Dianna Russini tweeted on August 11, 2021. Keep looking at my almost 4-day-old son, Michael, while trying to figure out who are the best Michaels to ever play and coach in the NFL. Michael Vrabel. Y'all, that's his full name. Michael is his first name, not Mike, but come on, y'all. This is just messy. And clearly she don't give a fuck. Kevin, you need to ask for a DNA test. You need to make sure that both of them kids are yours. You have dark hair. You have dark hair. Mike his hair is white now, but it's like blondish. Them kids' hair is blonde. You need to ask for DNA test. This bitch is nasty. Dirty Dianna. Y'all remember that song? Oh, Dirty Dianna. Oh, instead of don't take your weight off of me. I want every move, so won't you please let me be? I've been in time before. I was too blind to see that you seduced every man. This time you won't seduce me. Dianna walked out of me. She said, I'm all yours tonight. And then I got on the phone and said, baby, I'm all right. Then I walked out the door and I took the key. She said he's not coming back because he's sleeping with me. Dirty Dianna. No. I might cut that part out, but y'all get the gist, okay? Let me know how I feel about this, okay? You cannot make this shit up. So, there's other people coming out and they are hold on, there's more photos. Baby, I'm not seeing this, okay? Mike Vrabel and Dianna Russini were all smiles at a casino weeks after his Titans firing back in 2024. But they've been fucking around for 6 years. Look at him. He's happy after being fired. Happy. Baby, I gotta do a DNA test, right? Here's the other thing though. He was cheating on his wife while she was battling cancer. Mike Vrabel, he was cheating on his wife. He's been cheating on his wife since 2020. She was battling cancer in 2024. You just got caught now in 2026. Y'all just went to that resort in 2026. You've been cheating on your wife for 6 years. How could she forgive that? Listen, how could she forget? And you know what? People want to talk about Diggs and all the mess that he got going on, but this is messy right here. But like I said, they're not going to fire Vrabel. Dianna Russini just lost. I don't know. Maybe another company will hire her. Who knows? She might as well start a YouTube podcast like me, sis, because I don't know who's going to hire you at this point. You know what I mean? But this just looks bad. These more pictures coming out. And here's the bad thing, right? The worst thing of all. If his wife did not know about the 2020 pictures, imagine having a conversation with your wife and telling her it was a one-time thing. We met at the resort. I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then more come out after that conversation you've had. What do y'all think? I mean, they're not going to fire him. They're not going to fire him. But there's a lot of people coming out and speaking up for Dianna Russini, which I am amazed. People just feel like Mike Vrabel is just getting a pat on the back, which is true, which is absolutely true. I mean, who's going to fire him? No one's going to fire him. You know what I mean? It is what it is. For those that want him to be fired, like it's not gonna happen. Okay, sorry to burst your bubble, but it's not gonna happen. He took them to a Super Bowl. Now, if the team sucked, then maybe. Okay, let's listen to this right quick.
What Mike Vrabel did yesterday was an absolute joke and so disrespectful to the relationship he had with Dianna Russini that he's now an absolute clown. So let me play it for you.
You know, I've had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, with my family.
Why? Because I had an affair with Dianna Russini.
Right.
If I didn't have the affair with Dianna Russini, these conversations wouldn't be that tough.
You know, we believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me. That starts with me.
And I've always believed that, everyone that works for this organization has to make good decisions, including me.
We never want our actions to negatively affect the team.
But mine just did.
It just did. Your teammate in that affair lost her job.
We never want to be the cause of a distraction.
The draft is tomorrow. We don't want to be the cause of a distraction, but we are.
Of course.
Right?
Yes.
What was more distracting, Coach? Because he obviously didn't answer any questions, even after the media had a chance to go one-on-one with him. He refused to talk about it. Coach, I have a question in the back. Craig Carton Show.
Yeah.
What was more distracting? Stefon Diggs holding a bag of pink cocaine or you banging an NFL insider? What was more distracting? Stefon Diggs holding a bag of pink cocaine or you banging an NFL insider?
I also know that I'm going to attack each day with humility and focus.
You said 2 weeks ago that anyone that thought you were sleeping with her, that it was laughable.
Uh-huh.
So humility, there's no humility in that.
None.
I feel bad, actually, even though she's 50-50 part of this, for Dianna Russini.
I do too.
You didn't even acknowledge her existence.
Right.
For more entertaining
Okay, I don't really agree with him saying that he didn't even acknowledge her. What was he supposed to do? He's trying to keep his family together. Why would he acknowledge Dianna? Like, what was he supposed to say? Like, give me a scenario. What was my brother supposed to say as far as like mentioning her name? What was he supposed to say? Dianna Russini had to resign. I feel bad for her. I hope that her. No, you don't mention her. You're already caught. This was a 6-year-long relationship. You guys, I will not be shocked if more pictures came out. 6 years of cheating. Who hired the PI? Who hired the PI? And you know what though? One of them already knew. Either the wife already knew or the husband already knew, because someone had to hire the PI. And after they got the photos 6 years ago, okay, or even the photos from 2024, they had to have confronted their wife or husband. Hey, I know you're sleeping with her. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I want to stop. Sorry. What is this? Stop. Like, do you want to keep this family together or not? Yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of them knew. One of them knew. Either Dianna Russini's husband knew about it this whole time and thought the relationship was over, or Mike Vrabel's wife knew about it this whole time and thought the relationship was over. Let me know down below in the comment, who do y'all think knew about it and who do y'all think hired the PI? Because this is messy. And do you actually think something should happen to Mike Vrabel? Honestly, once again, I don't think anything is going to happen. I don't think he's going to get fired. I don't think he's going to get in trouble. I don't think it's anything in the law book or in the courts in the being a coach signing book that says you can't cheat on your wife. Not like he's beating on her. And even men in the NFL who beat on their women still don't get fired. So what did y'all expect was going to happen? What did y'all expect was going to happen? Let me know how y'all feel, y'all. This is really messy. More pictures coming out. 6 years, y'all. 6 years. And Vrabel said anyone who thought this was like he was sleeping with her was a laughable thing. You're not laughing no more. Not laughing no more. And the draft is going on. Anyways, y'all, let me know how y'all feel. I don't know. This is just, all right, y'all. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button and then hit the hype button. You get 3 hypes a week. Make sure you use all your hypes on me. And don't forget, don't talk nice to me. Talk sports with me. Ciao.